Hello, senior parents. I know a number of you were not able to make it to our Zoom meeting. Unfortunately, I forgot to record it. So I'm going to make a message now so that you can access it at any time and get the information that you need as we prepare for graduation. We're excited to be able to offer a graduation ceremony. Over a month ago, I told Mr. Holt if I could just get parents and students together in the gym so I can give them something. That's all we wanted. But here we get to have all of our students together, and we get to have immediate family. So I consider that a pretty big plus that we can do that. When we are planning this ceremony, please know that if we do have an outbreak in the community, we may be told that we cannot have this ceremony. So fingers crossed that everybody stays healthy and we can continue to gather. That being said, we do have guidelines that we need to follow, and we do have some restrictions that are important for us. Our goal is to provide a ceremony to celebrate our students, but also to make sure that we all stay healthy. In order to do that, we need to follow some guidelines set up by the CDC and the state of North Dakota. Those guidelines are people who are sick should not attend the ceremony, and that does include students as well. So if students are sick, family members are sick, members of the teaching staff are sick, we will not be attending. So please make sure that you are all well before you come to any ceremonies here. Members of vulnerable population groups should not attend. So anybody with underlying health conditions, people ages 65 and over, according to the CDC guidelines, people with weakened immune systems should consider not being here at this ceremony with us. There should be no physical contact with any other person, any other family, and any other graduate that is not your own. And that's going to be really hard. I just had a student stop in today to pick up her cap and gown, and she was kind of emotional because we're coming up on the end here and I wanted to hug her, but I can't. So it's going to be difficult, but only hug your graduate, and please stay 6 feet away from others and 6 feet away from other families. That will be the main rule that we're operating under. When we say immediate family, if we are outdoors, we get to add grandparents to that. So immediate family in an outdoor ceremony, the outdoor ceremony is our preference, will be parents, parent spouses, and siblings of the graduate can attend, and then grandparents, and that means the parents' parents. Those are the people who are included in an outdoor ceremony. Your child does have a link for a survey, and I need them to complete that because I need the numbers and I need the names. We are sending out tickets with names on them in order to be admitted to any ceremony. So make sure that your child fills out that form. It's very important, and the earlier the better, because I need to set out seating arrangements for 2 different ceremonies. So I would love those as soon as possible so we can get going on how I can keep families together but 6 feet apart from other families. We have been in contact with the Upper Missouri Health District to kind of share with them our plans, and we've been in contact with the state, and these are the guidelines that we need to follow. So we appreciate your adherence to the rules so that we can do everything to keep your family healthy during this time. As I've said, the outdoor ceremony is our preference. More room, we can spread out, and then we also have the fresh air around us. Of course, if that is the case, we're dealing with North Dakota weather. And so we wanted to be able to make a decision by Friday the 22nd at 5 o'clock if we were going to have it outdoors or indoors. But we also know that it's North Dakota, and we could look at it and say, oh my goodness, the weather looks great, we're going to go ahead with an outdoor ceremony, and then turn around and Sunday morning it's pouring buckets. So we will let you know via our alert systems what we end up deciding. I really want to be able to have it outside, and so we're going to take every effort that we can do so to have it out there. Indoors or outdoors with either ceremony, we're going to have live streaming. So although we've had to limit family that can attend, please know that it will be streamed live for all of those at home so they can see. We've hired a videographer. Lostwood Media will be coming. They will record the community parade that we're having, and then they will also record the ceremony, and every family will get a DVD. So you'll have a nice remembrance of this when it's all said and done, and something to share with other members of the family. Also, we will have a photographer there. Ashley Skarsgård is coming and will be doing all of the photos. She will have a website up that you can purchase some things for. Also, there will be a gift for students in there as well. If you want to have photos above that and maybe it's a hardship to purchase those, please let me know, because we can help with that, and I want everybody to have a nice memento of the day. So please let me know if we can assist in any way. When we arrive at the outdoor ceremony, I will talk about the outdoor ceremony first. We ask that, number one, only those who are attending and ticketed, or only those who have tickets, attend. We're not going to line the fences. Our grounds are actually closed, with the exception of this graduation ceremony. So we're going to block off the area in front of the grandstand there, where people park. We can't have people on our grounds watching. Only those with tickets will be allowed to attend. That's what the live streaming is for those who cannot attend. But please park in the west parking lot, and then make your way to the double gates that the ambulance usually pulls into when we have football games. That's where we will enter. As you leave your cars, we ask that you stay 6 feet apart from other families, just to allow that distance. When you get to the double gates, we will have staff members there, and they will help you to your spot. Please bring camp chairs to set up in your area. If you do not have those, we will have chairs here, but it would be a great help if you brought some as well. Each family will have a section. We're actually going to go out there and spray paint on the field a square for your family to be. We ask that you go to your spot and stay there and not walk around, so that we are limiting the contact with other family members or other families that are at the ceremony. Students, when they arrive, they will come to the front door of the building, and we will have a staff member walk them to their spot. They will also have a spot to sit while we wait for the ceremony to begin. They're 6 feet apart from their classmates. We will take some photos inside. Ashley will be doing some headshots inside. And then we will line up and 6 feet apart, and we'll process out to the football field. The students will enter that double gate as well, and then they will walk down the football field in front of the grandstands. They are sitting on the ground, on the track, facing the grandstands. The grandstand will act as our stage. That's where we will have the diplomas. When we have our speakers come up, the speakers will use the handicap ramp that's on the north end of the crow's nest, and they will walk up onto that platform where we have some seating up there. That platform will be used for all of our speaking, and it's nice because it's up high. You'll be able to see everything. And we've got George Little Creek here. He's been doing a lot to map out things that he can do with our sound system, and he's adding his sound to it so that we can get good quality sound to you, and you can hear what the kids are saying in their speeches. Okay, we will have X's on the field for areas that you can stand to take photos of your student when they come in, but please be mindful of that distance, and please keep that 6 foot distance from other people, and then work your way back out so that other people can come in and take photos of their child when they come in to the field. But know that we do have Ashley here who will be gathering photos as well in case you can't get that as a parent. So as we're using that grandstand for a stage, school officials, we can't get closer than 6 feet to the kids. So to I think kind of give families, you know, we've lost so much. This is kind of something that I'm excited to share with you. Parents, we want you to come up, and parents, you will turn the tassel and you will give your child their diploma. So we've lost a lot in this time of COVID, but I hope that's one small thing that you can look at as getting back. How awesome is it that you get to this year give your child their diploma and turn the tassel, and Ashley will be there for photos of that as well. You will return to your seats after awarding the diploma and turning the tassels. The student will return to their seat, and then at the recessional, we'll walk out. Students will go back into the gym and gather any items they may have left. Families, we ask that you go to your vehicles and wait for your graduate there, remembering not to hug any other graduate than your own. Gift bags were an area of concern for a lot of people. Historically, we've had gift bags set up in the cafeteria, and then members of the community come in. If they can't make it to open houses, they will drop off cards, that sort of thing for all of the students. We will have that set up, but this year we will do it in the bus barn. And we'll have that set up Friday night, the 22nd is the night of our community parade. We'll have it open then from 5 to 6:30 so that community members can get in there and hand out gifts to the graduates. And then we will also open that up on Sunday from noon until 1:30 if we are outdoors, so that community members can hand out items to the kids. We will have that supervised. We will keep it locked so that everything is safe and available for your students when it's time to go home. Bathrooms, if at all possible, it'd be helpful if you could use the facilities at home. If the ceremony is held outdoors, we're going to use the bathrooms on the south side of the school building by the back janitor entrance there. We will have X's marked out on the sidewalk and in our building where you would stand to allow 6 feet, so we don't have too many people in there at the same time. And I believe that's everything for our outdoor ceremony. For our indoor ceremony, it's largely the same. When you arrive, we ask that you come in and keep a distance from other families. When students come in, they will go into the cafeteria and we'll have assigned seating for them in there. Students will be seated in the east side of the gym in the bleachers. They take that whole section up to be 6 feet apart. That's where our students will sit during the ceremony, and we will utilize the stage for speaking. We will utilize the stage when we when you give them their diploma and turn their tassel. Parents, we have a seating chart. We will have you with an assigned seat. Everybody will be 6 feet apart. So again, it's really important that I get your count and your names so I can get the names on the tickets and I can assign your spots in the gym. We will have staff meet you at the door and escort you to your spot. If we are in the gym, the gift bags that are out in the bus barn will be brought in at 1 o'clock so that when you arrive, you can hand out any cards that you may have for other graduates as well. I believe everything in the gym is largely the same, except we have to limit the family members even more so due to room. If we are inside, then it will be immediate family only. Grandparents cannot attend, unfortunately, just due to the fact that we don't have space for everybody's grandparents. So if we're in the gym, it is parents, parent spouses, and siblings only, and that is also on the form. 2 different places, 2 different sets of names, 2 different seating arrangements. So please get me that information as soon as possible. Your child in their teams on their teams that we've got for the high school. Just trying to. I've got enough papers here to keep myself busy. we've got the information that they need to know. So if you have any questions as to what's coming up for the week, know that it is in your child's team. So first off, Friday, this Friday, May 15th at 10 a.m. is the class picture in the high school parking lot. Please have your child park on the street. We're going to stay 6 feet apart, and Ashley Skarsgård is coming. She's going to climb up on our roof to take a picture of the students. They're going to stand out in a 2020 formation. They're going to hold toilet paper in between all of them, so they're kind of like connecting the dots to make it look like 2020. And they will wear their class sweatshirts that day. Everyone needs to be here so they can be in on the class picture. Please remind your child to stay 6 feet apart. I know they will be excited to see their classmates. I know they'll want to hug them. I know they'll want to get closer than 6 feet, but I really want them to stay well so that we can have our ceremony. Tuesday, May 19th at 7 p.m., that is our class night. It will be held virtually this year. That is the night where we award all of the scholarships. It will be done by video. Mrs. Sorensen is creating the video, and we will share that. The link will go live at 7 p.m. It will be on like a watch party on Facebook, but you don't need Facebook to view the link. We'll also have it in YouTube. So everybody will, in essence, be watching that together and learning the scholarship recipients at the same time. A great night to celebrate our kids, and it's amazing what the community does for our students by way of scholarships. So please tune in for that. Wednesday, May 20th is a possible baccalaureate. The school does not arrange that at all. The students do. I know that a number of them are in contact with area pastors to get that all set up. So please check with your child for more details on that. I don't have those details right now. It's nothing that the school organizes. It will have to be organized by the kids. Friday, May 22nd is graduation practice at noon. Everyone needs to be here. We will be practicing 2 ceremonies, so it will probably take us a little bit longer than it usually does. We will practice with the speeches. We'll practice walking through. Students were asked to make a time capsule letter. They should bring those at that time. Also, I'm going to allow them time to go down and clean out their lockers, and we'll just kind of have to space that out so that we don't have a bunch of kids in the hallway, but they get to go down and clean out their locker. Just a little heads up, you know, depending on your child and how they're doing through all of this. Coming back to school and going to your locker, it's kind of a weird experience. It's hard to come back because that Friday before this all happened, we thought we'd be back on Monday, and when teachers have come back into their classroom, they say it's just a powerful experience because everything is left the way they had left it on that Friday. And there's been more emotion involved than people had really thought. So just a little heads up that it might be harder for your kids to come and clean out their lockers than they may realize. And maybe it won't bother them, but maybe it will. So just to kind of keep that in your mind. Also, Friday, May 22nd at 6:30 p.m., we have them lining up in our parking lot for our parade, our community parade. That starts at 7. We will finalize the parade route. We want to drive that yet one more time and just solidify things. We've planned that parade route to be rather lengthy because we anticipate a lot of public coming out to see that, and I want people to be able to spread out. The whole idea is that we can social distance and support the kids. We're going to have it go by a number of parking lots in case somebody has a compromised immune system and they want to be there to see the kids, but they don't want to bump into anybody when they're out there. They will have plenty of areas to park and watch from the safety of their vehicles. This will be the time for the community to get out there and see and support the kids. We cannot have this ceremony open to the public. It has to be by ticket only. So the parade is the community's opportunity, and we really want to push that as a great night to come out and socially distance, but still support the kids. We have a number of businesses uptown that are offering takeout supper specials that night, so you can grab something and have a picnic along the parade route. So it should be a really fun night for our kids. We ask everybody to wear their Blue Jay gear out there and make some signs and yell and cheer for our kids as they go by. We have, when we line up, it's one graduate per car. We don't want to double up our graduates. Also, we need a parent to drive the car. When we had our teacher parade, I drove in that. Mr. Holt rode with me, and it was really hard to drive and take in everything, and I don't want to put that on young drivers, and I want them to really be able to take in all of the sights of the parade. So a parent needs to drive. I've asked them to decorate their vehicles, put a sign on the side so we know who's in that vehicle, and they should wear either their Blue Jay gear or they can wear a shirt for the college of where they are attending next. I think that's it with our parade. Other than that, Sunday, May 24th, I would like everybody to report to the gym at 1:15 so we can get the photos taken and we can get everybody lined up and ready to go for our big day. If you have any questions about anything that I did not cover or anything that was unclear, please give me a call so I can answer those for you. Just to recap though, please stay healthy. Please stay 6 feet apart from anybody when you arrive. Hug no other graduate than your own. And please have your child fill out that form as soon as possible so that I can get the seating arrangements set up for everyone. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.